Our world is full of many unanswered questions, such as when did Anglo-Saxophones go from being pagan to Christian? How did Christianity affect the Anglo-Saxon culture? What role did Christianity play in the epicest of poems, Beowulf? What are pandas and what role did they play? Why is Christianity? All of these questions, except maybe that last one, will be answered today on Marvels of the History.
A long time ago, the Anglo-Saxons upheld pagan ideals and beliefs. Then, in 597 CE, Pope Gregory sent 20 monks to go on a mission to England and spread Christianity. 4 years passed before the first English king, Athelbert of Kent, accepted Christianity and was baptized. Two other English kings, Radwald of East Anglia and Sabert of Essex, followed him along with their kingdoms. These were the first kingdoms in England to accept Christianity after the Anglo-Saxon invasion. And while they were devout, the rest of the Anglo-Saxons had a long way to go before they were ready to accept Jesus.
However, when Ethelbert of Kent and Sabert of Essex died in 16 CE, they were succeeded by their pagan sons, who drove Christianity out of their kingdoms and exiled the monks and kings from other areas who remained Christian. The exiled Christian followers fled to Bernicia, governed by the Christian king Oswiu. King Penda, who was devoutly pagan, wanted to rid England of its Christian influences and saw Bernicia as a center for sponsoring Christianity. He, along with allies from Wales and East Anglia, attacked Bernicia in 655. However, he was unsuccessful, dying in the process. This allowed the exiled Christian leaders to re-enter the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, and the Anglo-Saxons finally converted to Christianity. Only two kings remained openly pagan, and in 686 CE, the last pagan king was slain in battle. Paganism still existed within England, but it was definitely dominated by the Christian population.
Hello, my name is Samuel Mendola, and welcome to the continuation of the topic Christianity and the Anglo-Saxon people. Now, let's move on to talking about how Christianity and the Anglo-Saxon people intertwined to make a cohesive whole. Let's start with the changes occurring when Christianity sprung up. Under the pagan religion, all men were treated equally, except for the ones who were unfortunately sacrificed to their gods. However, once Christianity was implemented, a feudal era arose. The nobles, the rich, the bishops, and the learned men were in higher positions of power and owned land. The lower class, which was made up of peasants who used to be warriors and farmers, now had to work the land that the rich owned and pay tithes to them. Warriors used to be the highest rank in their social order, with might and power trumping all else. The social structure used to be focused on obtaining glory for your tribe or kingdom. Now, the structure is more focused on ridding yourself of sin, which meant doing whatever the bishops said would rid you of sin. The bishops had complete and utter authority over this. The days of powerful warlords were coming to an end, and being replaced with the days of fat, rich men. Churches and monasteries also started to crop up all over the country. These became the new centers of learning. However, only the wealthy learned here. The poor had to continue their lives without a proper education. This is because only the wealthy had the money and the time and the resources in order to actually learn Latin. This was the new language which was becoming increasingly prominent. This was all because the monks who came here spoke Latin. When they translate texts, they translated them into Latin. And so, in order to read these texts, the people need to learn a new language. This was only accessible for the higher class. New language was starting to develop. The lower class still continued to use their everyday Germanic tongue. They attended church on a regular basis. These two vastly different languages started to combine, mix with each other. New words started to be created, and new language was starting to develop. This has been Sam, your teacher for this particular subject. Now I will pass you over to a spectacular and amazing associate of mine. Take it away.
Old English brought about the first written works of the English language. One of the most famous Old English written stories is Beowulf. This story was written down during the period which people were converting from paganism to Christianity, and focuses on many pagan and Christian themes. Beowulf spends a lot of time talking about the Almighty One, meaning God, and about God giving him strength and guidance in the book. Beowulf also spent a lot of time bringing glory to people, especially himself, and working to be remembered for his deeds, which came from the pagan idea of immortality. Basically, the scribe couldn't really decide whether he should write the entire epic down with only pagan themes in a newly Christian world, so he just mixed the themes into one epic novel.
Yes, all this stuff happened, and this stuff caused other stuff to happen, which then started some third stuff, and a bit of the first stuff happened again, and then Christianity. No one really knows what Christianity is, nor how it got here, but it now exists and stuff. This is why Christianity and angles and saxophones and stuff are 5 of my marvels of the science. History. I meant history.